I know what it feels like to be slept on. It's painful. Going through hard times, looking at my head, all these thoughts, just thinking, man, what am I doing in life? So much going on in the world. Just want to lay in bed and, collect my thoughts and watch videos of other people getting their hair cut. How to get on the big screen. What am I doing? What's the meaning of life? What legacy am I going to leave to my friends and family? Reminiscing on old times. Hanging out with friends, family, sharing experiences, all with a great haircut. Nothing can beat it. It's what I live for. It's what I love. Looking like a soccer player. Getting a fresh fade. I don't know who I am anymore. I can't do this. But I gotta stay strong. I gotta be me. I didn't come this far to not continue to try to grow as a person. I gotta be a better human. And I'll continue to do that. Continue to grow. I'm just kidding. I got a haircut. Let's go. Yay!
Long, bro.
I know.
How long is this, like 3 months?
3 months. Yeah, people were complaining. I think my mom was. She's like, are you gonna get a haircut?
Oh, bro.
That's like telling someone you're gonna go to the gym, getting a little plump.
I know, dude. It's like, dang. And then Michael June too. MJ was like, hey, it's too long, man. This is probably super natural to you, huh? Like when you're just cutting hair, you're just in your zone.
Yeah.
So here I was actually just hanging out with my barber, and he's taking down the sides a little bit, and I would really suggest that you go to a barber that you could build rapport with rather than like a Supercuts or a chain barbershop or salon. You really got to go to someone that cares about your hair and you could build with as far as your styles and your cuts, because cuts only get better the more you go to the same person. And my haircut I asked for is a mid to low fade. So a barbershop is pretty intimidating if you go to a new one for the first time. What are some tips you would give some folks that are, or men that are excited to get a haircut but don't know where to go, or are kind of scared to go into their shop, to a new shop for the first time?
Nowadays, if you're shopping for a barber, like you could always look on their social media.
Yep.
See their work first, see how skilled they are.
Kind of just build a relationship with them, right?
Exactly. And you want to find a barber that would suit your style,
Yep. Like if there's a lot of reviews about like, this barbershop is too trendy or something like that, then maybe ask for a different haircut or find a new barbershop, right?
Yeah, exactly. You could do that.
And I'm not gonna lie, it is pretty intimidating when you go to a shop for the first time.
Yeah.
Because you kind of have to cultivate relationships, and there's a lot of etiquette, unspoken etiquette, right? It's like you go to a shop, you will probably always be known as that guy who doesn't pick someone specifically if you just use the appointment booker.
Yeah.
And pick like anyone, like whoever's available.
Yeah.
But would you suggest to the people like stick to one person at a shop?
I think you should do like
Find out who's your guy.
Yeah, you could try everybody, see who you like.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean? Like, don't be scared, especially if it's just your first time,
Yeah. I wouldn't say it's necessarily a judgment zone. It's more just scary because it feels like everyone knows each other in the shop.
Yeah.
And it's such like a kind of like a shared experience amongst men.
How was your experience when you first got a haircut at the shop, at the barbershop?
It was cool, man. It was easy to relate to everyone. So what are some pet peeves that you have that clients do? Like move a lot, or probably kids move a lot, or like someone using their phone a lot while they're cutting.
Maybe like, using their phone a lot.
And also, as a client, would you even want to use your phone if there's a bunch of hair that gets on it?
Yeah, exactly. I don't know why people do that.
Sorry, Ryan. It's just something you shouldn't do when you have a barber. You're at the barber shop.
That is good, bro.
Yeah, and then you're doing all your pillow talk into your own hair.
Yeah. sometimes you have to help the barber too, you know, like you gotta move your head, you know, you gotta stay still.
And they're just like they're just moving, they're like looking at everything.
Yeah.
You know, it's intimidating too, almost like public transit, right? You don't look anyone in the eye like at barbershops when there's other clients. I try not to look at them like in the eye. So what are other benefits by going to a personal barber or a barbershop instead of going to like, you know, Supercuts or things like that? We talked about building a relationship and, you know, getting a cut, but what justifies paying a little more money for, you know, going to your type of services?
I think the main difference is if you go to a barbershop, it's by appointment. So like you go when it's your time to get cut, and it's for sure, you know, versus like
You're waiting.
yeah. If you go to a salon, like it's not for sure. Like you're not sure when you're gonna get a haircut. You're gonna be waiting for a long time, you know.
Yep. If you go to Ryan's barbershop, the one he works at, and you just don't have an appointment, be prepared to stay there the whole day. Bring your desk, bring your laptop, bring some snacks, get the Netflix ready, download some movies onto your Zune. But yeah, man, I mean, if you think about it, the easiest way, you know, in an hour to raise your confidence for just under, you know, whatever price point you pay for. And it's the easiest way to get confidence is just by getting a haircut. And these barbers are, you know, people in your life that are going to help unlock that. And hopefully you could chill with them. Like, we're happy to say MJ and I, we hang out with Ryan, we're homies, and, you know, he helps us look fly. So how often would you say someone should get a haircut? Their preference, right? But generally, how long?
Usually, if you wait a whole month, your hair would grow an inch or a half inch. Sorry. So, really depends how fast your hair grows. You know?
Gotcha.
Some people
Takes a while.
Yeah, some people it's like a month. Some people like 2 weeks. You know. So.
Your family good? Everyone's safe?
Yeah, everybody's good. Everybody's back to work and stuff. So.
That's dope.
Yeah, what about you?
Yeah, man. Everyone's just working. You know, we're just trying to stay healthy, stay quarantined, and just you know, if we gotta go out, we're gonna stay safe too. But what are your thoughts on, you know, life right now, and when do you think we're gonna get back to normal?
Yeah, life is crazy right now, but it won't be normal for a while until we get that vaccine, bro. You know?
That's gonna be probably like 2022 maybe.
Yeah, it'll be a while. Like, I wouldn't feel safe, you know, until I get that, right?
Yeah. You know what's dope about barbershops too is that being a DJ, Ryan and his crew, you know, his homies at Legends, they played a lot of dope songs that I'll get inspired by, and I'd go out the same night after getting a cut and play some of those songs out, and the reception I'll get is dope because you're kind of tapped in with the same demographic of people that you go to the barbershop with, and you know, we're all like-minded kind of individuals who have the same taste in music. And you know, just find someone or a barber or a stylist that you bond with and, you know, could chop it up with. Unless you're the kind of person that just wants to be like just there sitting and getting a cut and not saying anything, then this video will just be silent for, you know, 10 minutes. What's the craziest experience you had as a barber, Ryan, with a client? Someone trying to fight you, steal money?
Oh, craziest that I've seen at a barbershop, bro. I think it was like 420, right?
Damn,
It
lazy.
was on 420, and then, there's this guy. I guess he was on edible,
Yeah.
and then this fool just passed out, bro, and he hit his head on the ground, bro.
Did he like throw up on himself?
No, he hit his head on the ground. He started having a seizure, bro.
What?
Yeah, that was crazy. They were trying to like pull him up, but I told him, dude, you're not supposed to touch him, bro. Just leave him on the
Just
floor.
let them do their thing.
Yeah, but
Damn.
yeah, that was crazy, bro. That was pretty wild.
And then do you guys have to call like the ambulance? Or
No, he actually
recovered?
got back. Yeah, he recovered, and then we asked him if he wants the 911, and he said it was good. He said no. Said he told us, he was like, oh, I just took an edible, blah blah, I just fell asleep, bro.
What?
But this one hit his head on the floor hella hard, bro.
Wow. What if he was like, no, I refuse to get into the ambulance without a fresh cut. It's all halfway lined up.
Yeah, he didn't want to do that.
Did he finish the cut?
Yeah.
He should have just fell on the floor.
So he fell, and then he had to get back and finish.
It's like,
Yeah.
Dude.
But that was pretty crazy, yo.
Dude, that's wild, bro.
Yeah, I never seen that, like someone having a seizure right there
Yeah.
after they hit their head, bro. You know, so I guess that's what it do.
He like just felt kind
No,
of
no,
quick.
it was, I guess he was just cutting hair and this foot just fell off, you know, and he was
Oh, like
pretty
forward.
upright. Yeah,
Dang. In all seriousness, good thing that he's okay. And
yeah.
I guess don't eat an edible. That's a pro tip. Don't eat an edible before you get cut.
EMTs are lifting him to the ambulance. Oh damn!
He's a fresh ass cut. He's all touching his face. Edge him up right quick before you put him in. Alfred goes into the back of the ambulance with them.
He's like lying down.
So just for people, listening or watching, what would you say the difference between a fade haircut and a taper haircut is? So I'm getting a fade right now.
Yeah. So a fade would be what you're getting right now. It's when you have this right here.
Mm-hmm.
Would fade up all the way up here. Versus a taper, you just get the side and the back faded to the
Gotcha.
side. Yeah.
So it's not the 360,
Yeah.
it's just the 180.
Exactly.
And for the fade, right, there's 3 types. There's like a high, a mid, and a low fade.
Exactly.
Just dependent on your preference.
Yep.
And even, if you don't want a taper or a fade, because those are kind of trendier haircuts,
Yeah.
you could always just get some scissor work, right? And, a guard.
Yeah, you can do it.
And your barber, if they're talented enough, they could do that with some scissors. That'd be funny if there was like a professional barber and he's like, you know what? I just go to Supercuts to get cut. And that's the thing, right? They're specialists in everything.
Yeah.
So they're specialists in, dyeing hair. You would probably have to go to salon for that.
Yeah.
If you want a great job, you can do it yourself, but, you could also cut your hair at home, but, there's results to that as well. What would you say you're an expert in, Ryan? And, what do you want to grow in as far as your business or your, being a barber?
I think my expertise right now is men's hair grooming, but I would want to know how to cut women's hair one day.
More styling and
Yeah,
things
yeah.
like that.
Or with like longer hair and stuff.
Yeah.
I want to learn how to braid too.
Dang, that'll be dope.
Yeah.
And it's hard though, right? Because you already are pretty successful in your own right doing men's haircuts, but it's hard to add so many more services because it feels like you're taking away from it. And it's taken away from just business as a whole, right? Because you want to make your paper but also grow.
Yeah.
But there's a fine balance between like using an hour for doing a cut or using an hour just to, practice the craft.
Yeah.
So how did you get into barbering for the people, that are watching?
So it started with just having a clipper. Just,
Cutting your own hair and stuff?
Yeah. So, what happened was I asked my mom to buy me a clipper so I could just go over my hair because I had a haircut, but they missed the hair, So I just wanted to go over it. So,
yeah. Dang, they missed the hair?
Yeah, bro. So I was getting like a 5 all around,
Yeah.
They just missed the hair in the back, so I just wanted to go over it. So it just started with having a clipper and like started cutting my brother's hair,
It's cool that you have, models to practice with,
Yeah.
your brother. And it's like low risk, right? Because it's not going to be like a customer where it's like, oh, what? That's not how I wanted it.
Yeah.
Ryan's a great example of, just finding your passion and, doing what you love and making money off it too. And it doesn't really feel like a job to you sometimes, right, Ryan?
Yeah.
It's kind of just like a lifestyle.
Yep. Exactly what they say. If you like what you do,
Mm-hmm.
you'll never work another day in your life.
What made you want to be a barber full time and, invest in yourself and take that plunge towards self-employment?
So when I was doing both jobs, I was doing part-time as a barber, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, every time I worked at the barbershop, I would never feel tired like when I'm working at the warehouse, So
Yeah.
I feel like when I'm working at the barbershop, it's like, it's not even like working for me, It's like,
Yeah.
I'm more comfortable,
Just chill, chop it
Yeah.
up,
Yeah.
relax. And there's pressure if you have a new client or you always got to deliver, but you're so confident in your ability to cut and style.
You got a lineup in the front, bro?
Yeah. So for those who don't know what a lineup is, how would you best explain it to someone who's watching?
A lineup would be just like an edge up in the front or like the side, whatever you get. So for you get like a lineup in the front, so you get all this lined up.
So kind of making sharper lines on the baby hairs or any hair in front of your head.
Exactly.
Making everything look symmetrical.
Yes, sir.
Whenever you put these in, I feel like those trolley dolls. You know, those look like the babies with the crazy hair up. The trolleys.
Like you, are you talking about like the trolls?
Yeah. With the big eyes.
Oh, yeah.
Check it out.
Come on, man. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Yee. Man, this is the longest I've had the top for a while. I feel like one of those like a gangster, like slicking it back.
Is it cool or you want to trim it?
This is dope. I think when I come back next, I'm gonna trim it because
Yeah.
it's pretty long.
Yeah.
But it's so dope. When I style it, I'm gonna like it too because I could put this down. And then dope, bro.
Yep.
Thank you so much, man.
Got you, brother. Yep.
That was awkward. I was trying to give him the hand hug. All right, so what is the etiquette when people, you know, it's kind of like a touchy subject when people give money, right? It's like you give your prices and it's like, oh, you usually ask, can I ask for change, or does the consumer get mad, or?
Yeah, we had an experience at the shop when clients got mad when he didn't give the change back. So we usually ask if they want change.
So let's simulate, you know, the experience. So it'd be like, oh yeah, all right, bro, thank you. Is it cool if I get change?
Yeah.
No, I know what you mean, because even like I feel like it's the client's duty to communicate that too.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I already have like the exact change, and I'll just be like, that's all you.
Don't just assume.
I literally say that's all you, and then like
You can't just assume though. Don't just be like, oh well, I give him 500. Why is he giving me $1 back? No.
So you gotta let them know too. You know, you gotta let the barber know. Yeah.
I mean, like if you're operating out of your home though, like what do you think? What's your take on using card?
I don't know. Personally, I don't use card, either Venmo or Apple Pay. You know, so.
Oh, so you're okay with taking Apple Pay?
Yeah.
Or Venmo?
Yeah.
Okay, because I feel like I know, with like a lot of like tip-based businesses, it's very. I personally feel like it's almost taboo. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know.
So what, you know how like in restaurants when people don't pay for their food, they try to like make them wash dishes or do some service for them, like a barter.
Yeah.
If like, you know what I'm saying, someone doesn't pay you, you ever be like, hey, you better buy me some Bass Pro Shop bait, or you know, buy me some clippers, or what's going on? Clean up the floor.
Yeah, maybe something like that.
You ever see that?
No, never seen it. Never seen it.
People try to dash on you?
Oh no. Oh, actually at the shop, bro. It happened one time. Not with me, but with the barber, homie B.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy told him he'll be back. He'll go to his car, grab his wallet, whatever. And this guy never came back. And this guy was talking about how he had Lambos and stuff, bro. So this fool was hella flexing. He's the one that didn't pay, you know. So that's pretty crazy.
That's messed up. Pro tip, man, don't dash on them. Be respectful. You know, just understand that receiving change, you got to communicate both sides, barber, client. And we just want to thank, you know, Ryan, man, this the after. You know what I'm saying? Thank you so much.
Got you, bro.
I'll see you in probably 2 weeks, man. Let's get it.
Just give me a call, bro. I got you.
Ryan, man, if you're ever in Milpitas, California, hit him up. All his Instagram will be in the bio. At Fade View Life, right?
Yeah.
Fade Life. Yee. We got MJ in the back on the cam. All right, bro.
All right.